Hey guys, it's Mark from Hallmark Pool Supply. I'm standing in front of a pool that we built 45 years ago, and I'd like to demonstrate how we vacuum an in-ground pool. So let's go down to the system and we'll check it out. So now we're down here at the system, and this particular pool has two skimmers. We have skimmer 1, skimmer 2, and a drain. Most pools have at least one skimmer and one drain. And at this point, we've got all the lines open because we're running in filter, but when we vacuum, we want to shut lines down to create more suction on the skimmer we're going to vacuum out of. So I'm going to vacuum out of skimmer 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close skimmer 1 and I'm going to close the drain. By doing this, I'm pulling 100% from skimmer 2, the skimmer we're going to vacuum out of. This is marked so I already know what skimmer's what out there at the pool. But if you guys have a skimmer or a drain and you don't know which line is which, it's very easy to figure it out. All we have to do is close one and open one, and then we walk over to the skimmer, and if the skimmer is running, then we know we've got it right. If the skimmer's not running, then we know we've closed the wrong one. Once we get the lines established with what is what, then we can go ahead and mark it. If you're working with this pool on a regular basis, as most of you guys are, then you probably already know what line is the drain and what line is the skimmer. Now let's say, for an example, you close your lines down and you open your skimmer and you hook up your vacuum and you have too much suction and the vacuum is sticking. If this happens, all we have to do is come over to our drain and open it a little bit. And if I open it a little bit, that will alleviate the suction on that line so it doesn't put so much stress on the pump. If I open it all the way, then I'm only pulling 50%, 50%. Well, 50% on the skimmer to vacuum is usually not enough suction. So we do want to close this down. In this particular case, I know we're going to have enough suction and not too much suction. I can go ahead and close it. When we do this, especially on a system like this that's got more than one skimmer, it doesn't matter if I open the skimmer 1 or if I open the drain a little, it's the same thing. We're satisfying the pump and making sure that we don't have too much suction. Okay, so on a side note, we have been getting a lot of emails in regards to pump and motor replacement on swimming pools, and I did make a video on selecting the right motor for your pool pump. If you guys want to check it out, I will have a link down below, but right now, let's go ahead and get the vacuum equipment and I'll show you guys how we hook up the vacuum. Okay, so when we get ready to vacuum, all you need is a vacuum head, a pole, the vacuum hose, and of course a vacuum plate. If we take the hose, vacuum hoses have two ends. Even though they look similar, one is stationary, it's solid, it doesn't move. The other one rotates. And the one that rotates will go onto the vacuum head, and the one that is stationary that does not rotate hooks to the vacuum plate. What is a vacuum plate? Why are we using this vacuum plate? And most people, once they put it on, they just leave it because that way you don't have to second guess which end is which. But this is what we do. We open up the skimmer, and as you can see, the skimmer is running. We're going to pull the basket out. And when we do so, the vacuum plate is designed so that when we go over the basket, all the trash and debris and the water goes through the basket, but the trash collects in here. If we take the basket out and hook this up, or take the vacuum plate off and stick the hose directly in, we're apt to clog the skimmer. And I did make a video in regards to that. If you guys have clogged your skimmer, you might want to check that one out as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our basket back in. We're going to make sure that our vacuum plate is on our stationary end. We're going to hook the swivel end that rotates to the vacuum itself. We're going to attach the vacuum head to the pole. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw the vacuum hose into the pool. We're going to stick our vacuum pole with the vacuum head down. And the idea is that we're going to prime this hose and fill it with water. So I'm going to extend my vacuum pole. I'm going to get locked, push it down, and you can see the air coming out of the other end, but we're going to feed this hand over hand. And this is what we want to do. And by doing this, we're getting all the air out of the vacuum hose. If I was just to throw this hose in the pool and then hook it into the skimmer, we're going to lose prime because it's going to suck air. Once we do this, you can see that that is full of water now. Now we can hook this up, and now we're ready to vacuum. So at this point, we can vacuum. We've got good suction. If you guys want to check, you can always pull the vacuum up. Don't pull it out of the water because you don't want to lose suction. But you can put your hand down here and you can feel, and I've got good suction, so we're good. I don't need to adjust the valves. I can go ahead and vacuum. And this is how we hook up a vacuum when we're vacuuming an in-ground pool. When we're done vacuuming, we're going to disconnect. One might come over here and try to take this out, but it's going to be very, very tight. We don't want to yank on it or pull on it. We don't want to crack or break anything. If this is so tight and we can't get it out, and that's usually the case, we just want to run down to the pump, turn the pump off, and then this will come out very easily. So as a rule of thumb, when you're done vacuuming a pool, you want to backwash and rinse the filter. That way the pool is cleaned, your filter's cleaned, and then you guys are good to go. Okay, so that wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys found it to be helpful. And if so, comment down below. Definitely hit the subscribe button for future content. Remember us at Hallmark Pool Supplies. And if you guys do have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'll be glad to help. I also want to give out special thanks to the customer for allowing me to make this video in their backyard. And I want to thank all my subscribers for making this channel possible. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making videos. Once again, my name is Mark. I'll see you guys on the next video.